I'm like the first 15 days into 95, so I think I should just go with 94s.
Yeah.
I'm barely in there.
I'm in the 80s.
Yeah, me too. Dude, that would I'm in the 80s right now. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Share the Backline, the podcast where two washed-up local musicians wax about gripes, triumphs, and the mundane. I am your host, O'Brien.
And Beardley.
And at the helm, we got Haitlin.
What's up?
All right, today we got a special guest for you, number 25. Jordan Fournier.
Thank you everybody
that right?
for having me.
Oh, damn. You had it on this time.
Finally.
You got the clap sign. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And the second guest in a row that didn't make the drive. See,
Yep.
our last guest didn't make the drive. Haitlin drove him up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he came with you, huh?
Yeah. Louis came with me.
One time I made the drive. I was at my parents'
You
house and I
did.
showed up late.
Yes.
You guys were already
Oh,
here.
yeah, that's right.
And we told you that we're going to record at a certain time. You're like, I'll be there. And we're like, what?
Don't worry about it. I'll make it.
Broke my brain for a second. Dude. Blew my brains out. I mean, you saw it. How was the drive up here?
It wasn't bad. I don't know how Caitlin got here with no directions on.
Wow.
I can drive here with no directions. I drove up here 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just chill up here every Tuesday night.
You know what's funny? I took an L today for the first time since the second time I came up here. Instead of making a right, I went straight.
And you turn
was
at
like,
the
fuck.
corner.
Yeah.
Oh, like right at the
Right at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the first turn. I missed the first turn, and it's the first time I've taken an L in a long time.
Can't call you Noel anymore.
Fuck.
All right, let's fucking get into this, dude. So, tell us how you got into music.
Well, first off, again, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. You play guitar, right? Been in a few bands, like pretty much most of the people in this room. And
Sounds Haitlin.
We'll make one.
I got you.
Dang.
Teach me.
Triangle.
You don't even need to play an instrument to be in a band. You just get a bunch of friends and we're like, all right, we're a band. Make an Instagram, get a name.
Yeah. Put you on bass, turn you real low. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Just let AI create the music for you,
Yeah.
dude, and just
You
be
know,
the
I'll
face.
throw it back
We'll
with
find
Freaky
something for you
Friday
to do
when she
on
unplugs her. She's
There
like,
you go. There you go.
Just shake the tambourine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sing harmonies.
Yeah. So guitar,
Yeah.
right? How long have you been playing guitar?
I started playing when I was 10.
10.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I got an acoustic. My parents bought me an acoustic, and they told me if I consistently played that I could get an electric. And they got me lessons, and I went to Highline Music in Rancho Cucamonga for 2 months.
Shout out to Highline Music.
Shout out to the homie Vidal. If you're out there, Vidal, best teacher. And my parents said make sure you do good in school. I didn't. I just only played guitar, and so I learned how to play. The intro, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, right? I learned how to play half of Numb by Linkin Park, and that was it. And my parents took me out of lessons, and they were like, well, you're just going to do schoolwork now. But I just taught myself from that day on. And I didn't learn chords or anything. I just sat in my room when CD players were cool and press, play, and pause until I learned it. You know what I mean? I would I would look up the tuning on the computer that was in my parents' room. I would look up the tuning, and then I would just go in my room, and I would learn what range each fret was going to give me.
Well, I was just going to say, he can play by ear. I asked him a song one time, and I was like, hey, look, can you play this? And he's like, give me a second. And he starts playing it. I'm like, what the hell?
It was.
I think a lot of that comes from learning your own way, because I can do the same thing.
Yeah.
But I've never had lessons or anything.
Yeah.
And I taught myself.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about it earlier. It's like, you started jamming with these new guys, and they're like, oh yeah, it's in the key of C. It's like, dude, just fucking tell me what fret it's on.
Yeah.
Just beatbox it, bro. I got it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think like learning by ear and stuff, it comes natural when you teach yourself because I mean you're going against the norm, really.
Yeah.
There's no rules when you're teaching yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it took me a while to get it, and instead of my parents buying me that guitar, I ended up just saving up money, and I bought my own. I was like, I don't know, like 14. So I played that acoustic for like 4 years. It was like literally like a kid's acoustic where like it literally like the body starts at like the 10th fret instead of the 12th, you know, and it goes to like, you know, maybe 20. And I had sticker blasted everywhere. And then when I was like 14, I saved up Christmas money, my birthday money, and money throughout the year. And I bought an Epiphone Les Paul Studio. And I went to Guitar Center, bought it, and I needed like $100 more. It was like $700. And my grandma's like, well, your birthday's in a week, so here you go.
Nice.
So she helped me out, got a little Roadrunner case, and that was my guitar for a while until I like started buying other ones. So
shout out to your grandma.
Shout out to my grandma. Yeah. So
grandmas are the coolest.
Yeah. So no, I mean that's kind of how it started, and I think my parents taking me out of lessons just made me more motivated to just learn it on my own. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're not going to have these lessons anymore. You're not doing it in school. I'm like, well, I'll do it by myself. And that's kind of how it went. And I liked it, you know? I like the challenge.
So the moral to this story is fuck school. No.
Don't stay in school, kids.
Teach yourself.
It's all about patriarchy.
Anarchy.
You said it was, you started when you were 10, so like around, what was that era? Not to age you or anything.
No.
You were 10 years old.
I mean,
what year was it?
I'm like 10 years old.
20.
He's probably a lot younger than us, dude.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm 28.
Yeah.
You're 28?
28, yeah.
So you were 20 when he was 10.
Yeah.
Dude,
His whole mind is blown.
I'm not about to do math right now. So what is like 18 years ago?
18 years ago.
Do the math for me, big dog.
He said no.
It was the early 2000s.
2000?
Yeah. So I mean, I was probably fifth grade, somewhere around there. Fourth grade, so it was like somewhere around 2004, 2005.
Yeah,
somewhere in that
early
area.
2000s. So like I remember Hawthorne Heights was like super big.
Yeah.
Avenged Sevenfold was like super
so
big.
like I didn't get into the emo stuff until I was in junior high.
Nice.
That's when my music started really progressing into like the emo culture. Before it was like Green Day, you know, POD, you know, Godsmack, Avenged Sevenfold for
Fuck
sure.
Yeah.
You know, like anything. I don't know if you guys remember the station X1039, but at least in the Inland Empire era, X103.9 was like the station everyone listened to for alternative rock. So anything that came on there past like 8 p.m. was all metal.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So that's when you heard, you know, a little harder stuff, Disturbed during that time. You know?
Shit.
So that's kind of like,
hour.
yeah, that was like my intro. But my dad listened to that too. But once I got to 7th grade is when I kind of branched off to more like the My Chemical Romance era. You know what I mean? My older brother showed me My Chem in 2006 when I was in 6th grade.
Well, I mean, that's when they started like really blowing up.
Yeah.
That's when I'm Not Okay, like the music video first broke out. I remember seeing that like before I got ready for school because I was a senior. So
okay.
So it was
yeah, I totally turned, like my dad was listening to the same alternative, and then I went to that, you know, like type of music, all the emo stuff.
It's like, are you fucking wearing eyeliner?
yeah. We
I'm
would
in
like
a band, okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Name that movie.
Is that a Rockstar quote?
Yeah. Nice.
hell yeah, dude! Nobody knows that movie exists.
Dude,
I
like,
love him.
No. Him and Cheyenne, they know movies. I don't know how or why, but they know movies.
Dude, Rockstar is like one of my favorite
I
fucking movies.
fucking love that movie,
Yeah,
dude.
hell yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, he named 2 quotes. that I've done. I was doing one super quietly. He's like, School of Rock? It's like, have you been quoting School of Rock this whole time? I was like, yeah. That's how I warm up. We can't take a drink at the same time, dude.
We have 2 other people with
Yes, you
microphones.
can. Yes,
Oh,
you
okay,
can.
go for it. All
Same
right,
time, same
all right,
time.
guys.
Wide view.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Wide view.
Wide
Oh,
view.
that.
Wide view.
And then they don't say anything. You see? There's dead air. People in their cars are gonna think they're getting a phone call.
Yep. Ring, ring, ring.
Damn it. So I was trying to do the math because when you said you went online to like look at the keys and stuff, What was that website, dude?
Ultimate Guitar.
Yeah.
Was it where you get all the tabs and stuff?
Yeah.
And was that the era where you were like print shit out? We were printing out MapQuest
you
and
could.
guitar tabs.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
so speaking of guitar tabs, like, did you ever buy like Guitar World or anything like those magazines?
Okay, so my godfather, shout out to Dustin.
Shout out to Dustin.
Yeah.
Dustin, when you listen to this,
He also plays guitar. There's like a small little handful of us in my family that play instruments, and he actually bought me the Guitar World subscription for like 5 years.
Nice.
So I still have
Fuck yeah.
like the Guitar World subscription. I have all these magazines in a box. Like I have like Zach Wilde editions and stuff like that.
Fuck yeah.
And they're super old, but they just been sitting in a box. So one day they'll be worth something.
Dude, they used to come with CDs,
Yeah.
and like it was like a CD DVD.
core memory unlocked.
And
Yeah.
then like I just remember like the Alexi Lejo from Children of Bodom. It's like,
Oh man.
can you play this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Can you play this?
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and then they used to have tabs in the back of the book, and then just all of a sudden it's just gone.
Yeah. They don't do it anymore. Yeah. It's.
And then fucking, do you remember AP Alternative Press?
Oh yeah.
How it was like a big ass magazine, and now it's like this big.
Yeah.
It's the size of my notebook, tiny.
It's like a TV guide. Google that one. What the fuck is a TV
I
guide?
used to collect TV guides.
It's like a Reader's Digest. Oh, Reader's Digest.
It's like one of those little wax
Is it
horoscope.
It's like like a microfiche. Oh yeah, the little the crayon horoscope things. That's what AP's printed on now. You just it's like a little tiny scroll you get at the check stand at the grocery store.
I haven't seen an AP in such a long time. No, but yeah, printing out tabs.
Yeah.
Did that a bunch.
I would look them up on Ultimate Guitar Tabs just to get the tuning, but I actually did like figuring it out. So I would like spend like 8 hours in my room just playing one song.
Do you remember the first tabs you ever looked at?
Probably Last Resort by Pop Roach.
Got my life
Yeah.
into pieces.
Like to this day, anytime I pick up a guitar, I will always play that song. Every single time. Like every time, just as like a warm up, like the guys I play with are like, stop. I'm like,
No stairway. Denied.
No Last Resort.
yeah.
It's funny because like
New stairway. What would you consider this generation stairway?
probably no, I can't even say this generation, but like I know for sure Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine was probably.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that song now, dude.
I hate hearing Enter Sandman at a guitar store.
Oh man.
This I don't know. It's probably like some like dude. Everybody is like so good at guitar now. Like whenever we go to a Guitar Center, some dude's like fucking shredding John Mayer or some
Some
shit.
7-year-old, he's like,
Yeah,
playing
exactly.
Whittleys and stuff. I just unplugged. I just turned my guitar down. Dickhead.
I would say this generation stairway, now I'm thinking about it, is probably Smells Like Teen Spirit. Everyone knows that freaking song and it just kills it. You know, every time you go into Guitar Center, everyone's just playing it.
Yeah, I think it's making a comeback too. I think like that grunge.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to music now, it's not like super high distortion. It's still like that. It's going back to like that grungy like
Yeah.
The overdrive.
overdrive, more of an overdrive than like Fender fucking blues
Yeah.
212 overdrive some shit.
My stairway is probably Symphony of Destruction. It was the little toy guitars we had at home for the boys. Prong, 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 prong. They're all out of tune and shit.
You only have 3 strings?
Yeah, but I was also thinking, when was YouTube a thing? Because now it's like, oh, we're not gonna pay for your lessons anymore. Like you can learn anything on YouTube.
Yeah.
But was it a thing then?
No.
Were you able to like look it up?
In like 06? No.
Not really. No.
It was more like funny videos, like before
Yeah.
Vine was a thing.
Yeah, it was
Well,
Dude,
funny
you know
videos.
which one? I had a fucking dream, and you know which video played in my dream? The cat. I'm a kitty cat, and I dance. You guys remember that one? And it was just like one of those like
No.
fucking. It's basically a picture, and then they just move the picture, and then they edit it that way.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Sorry.
It's fucking
Boo.
Not that old.
strong door days. No, yeah, it's like pre
No.
YouTube.
So YouTube, I guess.
Boomy.
I'll boo you
I see you
whenever I
back there.
want.
I see you back there.
So YouTube was
I'll
a
see you after
thing
the pod.
because I just remember being on the computer like 6 hours of the day my senior year because I had like just all electives and then baseball.
Fucking nerd. You had finished all your credits?
Yeah. Dude, I fucking
Did you finish like your A through G's to go to college, or just like the high school?
I just did the bare
requirements?
fucking minimum.
Damn.
You know how
Same.
So for math you need like
You just need algebra.
you need like 2 years of math.
Yeah.
So you like algebra and something else.
Mm-hmm.
I took algebra 1A and then algebra 1B. So I broke algebra
just
up
easy
into
classes.
two grades and graduate. That was my math credit.
Just chilling with your
I took
fucking
core
cleats up.
classes.
I'm just here to hit dingers, baby.
I took core classes the whole time.
Yeah, I only had one real class my senior year. But I couldn't remember, like, thinking back on that, it's like I couldn't remember what the website to YouTube was, like, because it still wasn't a huge thing back then.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, E-Bum's World and
Mm-hmm.
Kill Time and...
I think that fucking
Live
kitty
leak.
cat video is from E-Bombs World. I don't remember high school at all. Party at the Moon Tower.
I didn't party. I wasn't cool enough. I didn't get invited to parties either.
Oh,
I was, like, super popular, but I wasn't popular. Like, everybody knew who I was, but nobody liked me.
that sounds so fucked up. You got a violin button over there?
I'm gonna go home now.
He's
In
like
the
the-
eyes of
He's
an
like
angel.
the guy on Meet the Robinsons, where he sits there and he's like, "Yeah, everybody hated me. Nobody was my friend." And then it goes back in time, and he's like, "Hey, Goop, what's up? Want to come to my house this week?" And he's like, "Everyone hated me." And he just keeps walking down the hall.
True story.
Ignoring
That's my
everybody.
life. I never seen that movie.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
That's if you guys keep quoting movies, you're gonna find out I haven't watched a lot because nobody invited me to the movies. You know?
God damn it.
I didn't go out to the movies a lot. We're opening up. Is this my new therapy?
I know,
Yeah, it
dude.
is.
I'm fucking-
You're gonna traumatize
I should have never convinced him to get therapy.
Canceled my therapy, by the way.
Like in
So there's an
general,
update
all
on
of
that.
it?
Huh?
All of it?
No, you didn't. Did you really?
You still need to go to.
You got a new
therapy.
guy.
I haven't got one yet.
Oh,
You
okay.
still need to
he
go.
requested a new guy.
I have a psych appointment on Tuesday. Wednesday. I lied. Wednesday.
Nice.
Then I get med refill.
Finally.
Yeah. I mean, I've been stealing meds. that aren't
Yeah,
mine.
that's the fucking worst. We're like, hey, that's good advice. Yeah.
Just start popping pills.
I'm not doing it this time. tell the kids out there how to steal meds. Hey, Lynn, come on. I don't want to get in
Yeah,
trouble this
I've already
time.
done it too by telling kids to quit school because
Yeah.
schools for
Oh,
fools.
yeah.
It is.
I'm the responsible one today. Me and Jordan are over here just fucking just pillars of the community.
Stupid.
No, I hate that when you're like, oh, I didn't get my refill. And they're like, oh, yeah, we need to see you. I'm like, fuck.
Well, and the thing that sucks is we leave to Vegas on Wednesday, and I thought my appointment is on Tuesday. So I'm going to have to Zoom on my way to, with everyone in the car with the psych.
Oh, shit. Yeah, and they're like, and you're alone, right? Nobody else is in the car. You're like, no.
Have you or have you ever felt like
Exactly.
you want to kill yourself?
Yeah.
Like, that's
They
All
asked
the
this
time.
guy, and like, and
Yeah.
nobody's in the car, right? And I close the door all like quiet. I open my drinks.
That's
I'll
when he
bring- I'll
like
bring
look
my
at him like
beats.
he's like
I'll bring my beats so they can't hear what she's saying, just what I'm saying.
who was that? Who's in the car with you? Nobody. I swear by myself.
How did you sneeze and talk? At the same time? Right, so let's get back to Jordan here.
Yeah, sorry, Jordan. You know that antidepressants, right? It's like every
Sound
guest,
off.
every guest we've had has been on antidepressants.
No, I don't think Jordan is.
Good for you, man. High five.
Yeah.
He's high on life.
Fucking normie.
I just bottle it up and never touch it.
Just raw dogging
Yeah.
life.
I tried that. Ended up in the psych ward.
Like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking raw dog life. 2 days later,
For real.
you're fucking a straight jacket.
Fucking their PHP, partial hospitalization. Me. You know, I took grippy socks as a souvenir.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
asked them for it, and I was like, because I wasn't like impatient. It was just 5 days a week, and I asked them, and she's like, "Sure, here you go." And I was like, "Great, thanks." They're still not open; they're just sitting there.
Dude, I took my slip-ons from jail, and then I think my mom threw them out. They were fucking sick. But like they're so distinct. Like I see people walking around, and I'm like,
You're like,
"Oh,
I know.
county." Yeah, dog.
Who's the responsible
I'm
one that?
I'm like, "Hey, what size shoes are you, dog?"
I have a buddy who got jacked for his Vans in jail. He had slip-on Vans, and they let him keep them because they were slip-ons,
Yeah, you
and
can't kill
Yeah, they're
yourself.
basically slip-ons.
he fucking got jacked. He's a poor guy. But anyways, so you're from out here, like the IE.
So you
and
ever been to
stuff?
jail? Are you on drugs? Have you ever been to jail?
It's like,
This
I
took
gotta
a
go
turn.
home now.
Have never been to jail to answer that.
You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer. I'm just kidding.
I am from Inland Empire.
Okay.
I grew up in Rancho,
All right.
and I still live in Rancho.
Nice. Shout out to
So,
Rancho.
Shout out to Rancho.
Rancho Chimichangas.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I've said it before. It's like Rancho was always, when I was growing up, Rancho was always so far away. Like it's only like a 45-minute drive
Yeah.
because I drive to like LA now.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
living in Montebello, like the San Gabriel Valley, like driving out this way was just so fucking far.
Yeah. People don't believe me when I tell them where I live.
Really?
They're like, I thought that was fake. They thought it was just from Friday.
You're the
Yeah.
Cucamonga
Yeah.
Cracker Killers?
Yeah.
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 You play for a sports team? Yeah,
Yeah.
pick the Cucamonga Cracker Killers. It's not like my favorite part of them.
Yeah. I was at work and there was we were doing this like car lift delivery and this guy came from like Kentucky or something. And so he starts talking to me, asking where I live. He goes, "Yeah, I stopped at the truck stop in Ontario." He goes, "I was looking for Pinky's Records in Rancho Cucamonga for hours." And I was like, "I live in Rancho Cucamonga and there is no Pinky's Records." Like,
I can't get jiggy to this shit. Yeah, fucking. They should. I think they're making a new Friday
that'd be cool.
I think they are too.
with
With
this nuts.
With Ice Cube son?
No.
With no Chris Tucker?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer.
No, with Chris Tucker.
With Chris Tucker?
Yeah, he's making a
Sold.
comeback. Did you guys watch Air? He was fucking great in that.
I did not. I forgot he was in it though.
Chris Tucker's in Air.
What's Air?
The Nike movie?
I think it's on Amazon.
No way.
I think it's
with
on Amazon.
Matt Damon?
Yes, Matt Damon.
And Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck?
Batman.
All right, so that's enough of that. Rancho, I don't know where to go from there.
I know. I tried to rein us in like 2 minutes ago, and then we went off on another tangent. No, I wanted to ask like how. It's a very personal question.
Go for it.
How many bands have you played?
Um,
And which one's your favorite? And which one of them would you kill? I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, like give us like a rundown of like how you started playing with people.
okay, so my first band, I was 14, and that was like this little garage band. It was a singer. His family managed like a Catholic church, right? So they used to go there every day, and they had a garage that they stored chairs in, and it was disconnected from the church. And so he's like, "Yeah, we have this garage we could play in." I'm like, "All right, cool." We pull up to Catholic church. I was like, "Oh, all right, this is weird." All right, cool. Because he was a huge Korn fan. You know what I mean? And it just didn't go together that we were at a Catholic church. But we had a garage. And we were like 14. Our singer was like 20, and he was buying us cigarettes.
Nice.
So we were smoking at the church every day. Marlboro Road Reds 27s. You know, just taking it real rough at 14. And so we played like kind of like, I don't even know, like shock rock style music.
So
And
Marilyn Manson in the church.
Ah,
dude?
I was gonna say.
yeah, and it was such a bad name. We were called Liberty or Death. Such a bad name. I hated it, but you know, I was 14. I was playing.
Sounds like some teenage smokers band.
Yeah, we were playing. I was playing on my little like Line 6 combo Spider, you know, and it was cool. I brought a guy from school that we went to school with. He's a huge like Iron Maiden fan, and so it was a very odd combination of people. And then So the way I got into If This Was Yesterday was kind of weird because that was the one band I played like the most shows in, had the most fun in. You know, like we did a lot of stuff together. I was in that one for like 3-4 years, something like that. And so my mom, she was friends with this this lady that she had known since she was like in high school. They went to lunch together one day. They hadn't talked in a while. She has a daughter that was in a band called If This Yesterday, and she started telling my mom. She's like, "Oh, Jordan plays guitar, blah blah." So she told her daughter that I play guitar. They started making an EP and had like a girl that didn't play bass. She didn't know how to play bass. So
That's how it always is.
yeah, so she didn't know how to play bass. They just threw her in there, and she didn't know how to do anything. But they gave her a bass and like, screw it, we need a bass player. So they made this like half of an EP, and then she hit me up and was like, "Hey, my mom told me that you're in a band, or you're not in a band, but you play guitar. Like, are you down?" And I'm like, she's like, "Are you down for bass?" I'm like, I don't play bass. I don't own basses. I've never played bass. But,
Yes.
But I mean, fuck it. We could try. And so she came to my house, drops off an EP that they had with like 5 songs, and says, "Can you learn this by Friday?" And it was like Tuesday. And I'm like,
Oh shit.
okay, cool. But I learned it on, or no, she dropped off like a little Fender Squier bass. She's like, this is like
sick.
at my house, right? She's like, you could just use this and try. I literally plugged it into my like little Line 6, you know, and just turned all the knobs, you know.
I'm gonna scoop this bass.
Yeah. And so I learned it by ear and showed up to practice. She lives down in Rancho, and she did have a cool setup. Her parents' house had like a separate section that had like a room and a bathroom, and it was like up these stairs. So that was like the band room, and it was completely disconnected from the house. So it was perfect, right, for like a little band. I get there and I meet all these people, and they're like, "All right, let's see what you got." And so meanwhile, they hadn't even fired the other bass player. She just wasn't there. So,
Holy
And-
shit.
Walks in with their bass.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rockstar, yeah, he walks in.
yeah.
This
So
is my mic stand. Taking it.
These are my scarves. Take them.
Take him out. I'll get you new scarves.
yeah, so pretty much like that.
If I leave, I'm not coming back.
Good. I mean it. I'm not coming back. You said that already. Shut up.
Caitlin, you got to do Jennifer Aniston's part
No, I don't know.
after. Oh
Never
my
watched
god.
a movie.
All of the fucking talent in this band just walked out that door. I'm pretty good, Jennifer Aniston.
But
It's
yeah.
hot, but
So yeah, it was a Rockstar moment, you know, and so we start playing. We played through one song, and they go, "Dude, you know you're playing all the guitar parts, right?" And I was like, "You told you I didn't know how to play bass. I didn't understand that you had to follow like the drums. I didn't get it. I had to follow like the bar notes and whatnot. I literally played like the melodies and everything on bass." And they were like, "Okay, well, if you could do that, I'm sure you could do the bass parts." And I was
Yeah.
like, "All right." So they were like, "All right, we're gonna have a band meeting. We'll be right back." And they like walked outside and kept looking at me through the window, and I was just
they were doing the.
yeah. And yeah, I mean, I had my little scene haircut. You know, I was like this little scene kid.
They're
And-
like, hey, put your hair over your eyes.
yeah,
I'll send you
And
a
your
picture
ears.
and
You're like,
insert it later.
yeah. So they came back and they're like, "You want the gig, dude?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it." And they're like, I was like, "I have no bass equipment." They're like, "Don't even trip. Like, we got everything."
Nice.
So I used their stuff for a while, and yeah, I stayed in that band for a good minute playing bass, and I actually really enjoyed playing bass, only because when we played live, I could fuck up and no one would know. I loved it because I loved like walking around, you know, and interacting. I liked that part, and if I fucked up, I fucked up, you know. I had this stupid thing where like I would flip the bass around my back and then flip it back to the front. And people loved it, you know. And they would always make fun of me. I would do this like penguin walk when I had it behind my back. But we had like the little lock clips, you know, so they wasn't gonna fall.
Yeah.
And I mean, I liked it playing bass, but I mean, I did that for like probably 2 years in that band, just played bass. And then when Nate left, my buddy Nate, he left playing guitar, so I jumped in his spot, and I started playing guitar for the band. So
Nice.
yeah, I mean, after that. We played for a while, then we kind of all like went our own ways, and then like a year or two later we kind of went back together. We started recording, and then we kind of stopped again. But we got like 4 mixed songs. They're not mastered, but we got 4 mixed songs that that I thought came out pretty cool. So maybe I'll use them in future projects.
Mm-hmm.
Because it started out as all of us, and then it slowly dwindled down to me and the singer making the songs, and I was making most of just the guitar parts. So I could use them. But so essentially I've only been in right with this one that I'm in right now, like 3 total. Me and my buddy did like a little acoustic project for a second. I don't know if you really want to count that as a band, but it was fun, just practicing and playing shows and stuff, like acoustic stuff. But so 3.5 total.
Nice.
But If This Was Yesterday was, that was a big chunk of my like high school time, where I'm supposed to be waking up and going to school in the morning, but I was in LA, like playing shows, and it was fun.
Ripping darts behind the church.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just fucking Marlboro Reds.
Yeah, exactly. So, it was cool because I was about 16 when I was in If This Is Yesterday, and everyone else was older. Everyone was like over 18. So they had me sign all the contracts because it meant nothing.
Oh, because you didn't have
I
credit. And you
I wasn't a legal person.
Yeah.
So, but no one knew that. So, yeah,
Getting sick.
back in like the music scene when you would have to like sell your tickets.
Yeah.
Right? You would have to meet the promoter somewhere like in Long Beach, or LA. And I had a car, so I would drive out there. I would get the tickets. I would get contracts faxed to me, and I would sign them and fax them back to him. And it'd say like no drugs and alcohol. You got to sell this many tickets. You got to do this. You got to be on stage at this time. Whatever. Talk to your stage managers. I did everything because it literally meant nothing.
Nice.
So if we broke any of those rules, well, I'm 16 years old. You should have asked me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I liked it because I was kind of like a band manager.
Yeah, they're like yelling at the rest of the band. He's 16 years old. What were you thinking?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Loopholes, baby.
Yeah.
Loopholes.
If This Was Yesterday was definitely like probably my favorite to be in. I'm in a band right now, so we'll see how that goes. I'm sure when we start playing shows, it'll be fun. But yeah, that band was definitely has a part of my youth years. That I enjoyed.
The best years.
Yeah.
They're all behind me now. No. So what happened to the bass player? Did she ever walk in? She's like, he's playing my gear. Like, what the fuck?
Honestly, I don't really know. I don't even think I ever met her. I know it was a girl. Her name was Teresa.
Let's get you right on top of that mic, dude.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Check.
It's a lot better.
But her name was
basically a snare mic.
Yeah. Yeah, these aren't SM58s. These are
it's a snare mic.
SM48s. They're cheaper. So we gotta be like really close up to it.
That'll be our next guest. The bass player. Where are they now?
Yeah. What was her name?
Yeah, I think her name was Teresa. I don't think I ever met her. But
shout out to Teresa.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm
Thanks.
sorry.
You have an open invitation to share the back.
Thanks for the bass.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know what was going on.
It wasn't my call. I was 16 at the time.
Yeah.
I cannot be held responsible.
Yeah.
You either changed her life or destroyed her life.
I know.
She either went to
She's
medical.
the president now. Believe it or not.
She either went to medical school right after that, or
jail.
Jail. And got slippers.
Or she got a new cool pair of slip-ons. She saw your friend's slip-ons. What size you wear, dog?
Hey, Big Don. What size you wearing?
Those look like little dog shoes. And then Nate left. Where did Nate go?
The buddy Nate, the homie Nate, still homie for life.
Shout out to Nate.
Shout out to Nate. A lot of shout outs today.
That's usually a thing when we have a guest. There's a ton of shout outs.
A lot of shout outs. So
because we've already got ours out of the way.
Yeah.
But Nate left the band. He told me he was going to a local pop punk band, and he didn't want to tell me who it was. And so I started throwing out names, and then he told me, he's like, or I saw a post that he was in a Shipwreck of Castaway, which, some of you people may know. They were, a bigger local band in the Riverside area. So he was towards the end of that, and then he went to, another band, Go for Gold, and they turned it to a different band. And then he was like in a lot of different random bands, and I kind of just called him like the Craig Mabbitt of pop punk at that time. He was just jumping around. But
A suitcase, huh?
yeah. So, but I mean, now we play music again together, so it's cool.
Yeah, you said
know?
you're working on something now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a name?
As of a few weeks ago, it is Good Talk.
Nice.
So,
You heard it here first, folks.
yeah.
Good talk.
Yeah, we went back and forth for a few names, but it's kind of a pop punkish vibe to it. There's so many different influences that come into this band from all the different members. I came from more of like a metal background, post-core background from like that scene era. Nate came, he has that pop punk and metal, but he also loves like punk. So he has that, and the other guitarist is more modern pop punk, like the Midwest emo, mom jeans, hot mulligan style like that. And the drummer is kind of like he's more like Pantera,
There's always one.
yeah. But I mean, I met the other guitarist and the drummer. Met him, probably about a year ago, and we're trying to all kind of figure out how each other write. So they had just said they wanted a breakdown in a song, which they have never done. So I kind of just took like a whole day and dedicated it to that. And we play in standard, which I'm not used to. And I just tuned down the top string to drop D to give it a little oomph, So I made a new song and presented it to them, and they all like it. It has a cool little breakdown in it, but it also has like a pop punk vibe to it. So we'll see how that goes.
Plus, it's an excuse to bring another guitar with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need a drop D guitar.
Yep.
So you're playing Midwest emo riffs on standard tune?
No, because that guitarist, he likes that kind of stuff, but we're kind of just doing.
You guys veto him? Like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, because that kind of tuning is just all over the place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All the tapping and shit.
capos and everything involved, and I'm just not used to that kind of stuff. But I mean, I've been doing a lot of the melodies, and he does a lot of like the chords, and they just want me to kind of figure out melodies to go with it, which I enjoy.
Yeah.
Doing that, so it's cool so far. So we'll see. Hopefully, the next few months we can get a couple of songs. We have about 3.5 songs done, and then hopefully we can get like maybe 6 and get them recorded. Get a little CD, something on Spotify, and start booking shows and stuff. Just have fun with it and see where it goes. We're all adults, so we have regular jobs now. So it's not that easy. Like when you're 15, 16 years old, just your only priority is just to make sure you get to school in the morning. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it's like, oh, fuck.
Are you the only one with kids?
Yes, in that band, yeah. I'm the only one with kids. So there's been a handful of practices where I had both of my kids with me. And I literally bought them like earmuffs and everything. And like I got one kid on their tablet playing Barbie, who knows what. And the other kid is playing Dragon Ball Z on his Switch. So, so.
Nobody in my family played music, so I missed out on all that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that probably would have been so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like me,
in the room with the kids and stuff.
Yeah, like I didn't grow up in a family like that at all. I'm the only one in my like household that can play an instrument. I was like that black sheep. You know what I mean? That like we went on vacations as a teenager, and I was wearing like extremely tight jeans, and a jacket like in Jamaica, like a black tight jacket.
Your hair is all sticking to your forehead.
Yeah, hair in front of my face with the red going down the side, with a beanie on, jacket, and I'm in Jamaica on the beach, and my dad's like, "What the fuck are you doing? You look ridiculous." And I'm like, "I don't care. Leave me alone."
He's like, "There's a Ross over there with 2 parrots on his shoulders, and you're the weirdest guy on the beach right now."
Yeah.
So you kind of started playing music as the internet was becoming a really big thing for music. Mm-hmm. Like we talked about it before, like the whole MySpace thing, just blowing it up. Like that's how I found out about Shipwreck of Castaways was on MySpace. And it's funny because I was looking through my old band like photos and stuff on Facebook or something, and getting burglared.
That's why I locked my truck.
the first sound I've heard up here all day.
I wasn't in the band at the time, but they played a Shipwreck of Castaways last show.
Okay.
And then Creative Void actually played that show, which is Mike Alzabar from the Walking Blind Pod.
Oh yeah,
His band.
yeah. You sent that.
I was like, what the fuck? It's fucking tiny ass world. But so growing up in this, like, do you think it's gonna be easier to like promote yourself with like Instagram and Twitter and
I think so.
I mean X,
Yeah,
whatever?
X.
It's still Twitter,
Threads.
YouTube. Like YouTube is humongous now. Like,
Yeah.
we were talking about that earlier.
I think with honestly TikTok alone is a huge deal. You know, I mean, there's bands.
As long as you have a snippet that's
Yeah.
just so good,
Yeah.
everyone just starts using
Yeah.
it.
They start remaking.
I mean,
it with
there's
that song.
there's literally a guy that I saw on TikTok like literally less than a year ago. Plays kind of like pop punky stuff. Games We Play. I saw him on TikTok probably about a year ago.
I know who you're talking
This
about.
guy, I mean, he had like one song. I was like, oh, that's catchy, you know, and I listened to it a few times. And within that like 9-month to 1 year period, has literally just like when he's on tour with Fall Out Boy. Like what? Out of TikTok? That's insane. Imagine being him and just being a nobody a year ago and being on tour with someone you looked up to your whole life.
That's how I found Action Adventure. Like
Okay.
Action/Adventure. They were on tour with Hawthorne Heights recently.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. I did see that tour. Yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. They had like they wrote a song that's so short, like it fits in a TikTok.
Oh my god.
yeah, people have been doing that. Like,
Yeah.
Like it fits in a TikTok. It's like fucking.
like, oh, I want to hear the rest of this song, and then you play it, and it's literally that's
Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
find on Spotify is that
Yeah.
that TikTok.
Yeah, shout out
Time
Action
window, whatever.
Adventure Barricades. That's such a good fucking song, dude. Like it's a really good song.
Really?
And
I'll go look it up.
yeah, I found them on TikTok. It's just it fucking blows my brains out how I think it's easier.
Nice callback. I haven't said that in a while.
Yeah, how it's probably easier now to be, like start a band because
Mhm.
you could wake up one morning and I'm like, oh shit, I went viral.
Yeah.
I went fucking viral last
Yeah.
night and
Yeah.
like that happened to us.
That's why the Starbucks fucking next to our office is always short staffed. Everyone's getting famous.
Yeah,
Everyone's on tour with Fall Out Boy. What the fuck?
or Hawthorne Heights.
Yeah.
Fucking play the next festival.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a festival every week, so they need bands, so people are getting famous. And like,
Yeah.
never mind, fucking lost it.
That's actually how they're like, we got to ban TikTok because it's Chinese, like a pro-communist, whatever. They're just making everybody famous so nobody works.
Yeah.
Thanks, China. It's fucking sweet. Get me
We have a TikTok
Go check it
at Share
out.
the Backline, right?
Yep.
I don't know if we've put anything else up.
No. We got the Gwitty.
Yeah, Haitlin runs the TikTok because she's
A millennial.
the Gen Z of the group.
Wait, where are you?
I'm right on the cusp.
You're like right in between.
Yeah.
We have to-
95, 96, 97 is like right.
She's confused.
You're an elder Gen Z.
No.
An elder millennial? No,
No.
No.
elder Gen Z. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like the first 15 days into 95, so I think I should just go with 94s.
Yeah.
I'm barely in there.
I'm in the 80s.
Yeah, me too. That would. I'm in the 80s right now. That would freak me out. I was thinking about that the other day, because becoming famous overnight and then not having that ramp up that we're used to hearing about. Like, it's not like I had a ramp up to it, but everybody that we listened to when we were kids had like that gradual ramp up, and then to just all of a sudden
Now once you close your
have
eyes,
to
you
be
wake
on
up.
the road. Like touring alone takes so much practice just to
Yeah.
know how to live on
Yeah.
the road and what to eat and when to sleep
Cereal.
and all that stuff. And it's just to fucking just like, hey, you're going on tour with Fall Out Boy fucking
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's crazy.
What do I do?
I mean, like,
Mom?
How much underwear do I pack?
Yeah. Like there's a Target in Mexico, right? Yeah, you can find underwear in Mexico. Just get on the bus. I'm 16.
Yeah. So, do you think it's good? my question was, do you think it's going to be easier this time? I think you already answered, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, I'm not that tech savvy, to be honest. I mean, Instagram, TikTok
That's
is
why you got
cool.
Heidi.
Yeah. Shout out to Heidi Hollow. There's just we have
Yes,
a
our first audience member.
Yeah.
ever.
yeah, verified.
Yep. Go follow her.
But
That was all
Go
his
check
doing.
out her
I didn't want
blog.
to.
This is technically a live podcast because we have an audience today.
Yep.
She hasn't laughed once, so we're not that funny.
Yeah, we'll just delete. We'll put this one next to episode 7. You'll never hear it.
No, put it up on our Patreon that we just got.
Nah, I hate Lynn's laugh though, and she booed me once, so that's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's a good
It's a
one.
good episode.
that just went by the wayside too. We got a Patreon now.
Do we really?
Yes. Do you not read?
Dude, I'm the drummer
our-
of life. Just tell me fucking where to be and what's name to be there.
You're not the drummer. You're the pod princess.
Yeah, there you go. Same thing.
Shit, you're late, just like a drummer
Just like,
too.
give me a
Yeah.
time and an address.
At your own place.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. It's like late to my own house.
So good talk. That's a good name. That's a solid name.
I
I
like
got to hear. I can already like picture the music from just you explaining it and like the name. Dude, why are names so fucking hard to come up with?
I don't know. They had so many options, and I liked Good Talk the most. I didn't even.
Did you contribute to a name?
I did, and fuck, I'm trying to remember what it was.
Dude,
I remember.
Give us all the names you contributed that got turned down.
I only had one name, and I thought it was really good. Odd One Out. I thought it was cool, but
That's
Kind of like the
That's pop punk.
Misfits
Yeah.
vibe.
yeah,
Oh, you're right. That's
So-
a pseudonym for.
Dude,
Yeah,
I don't-
no, synonym.
Cinnamon?
Synonym role.
a synonym role.
my first band name was Make Shape.
Okay,
I got it off a cover of one of my grandma's magazines because we were
nice.
like I was just looking at it, and those are like the big. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then 20 Ways to Kill a Cowboy.
That's a sick name.
Yeah.
It was because cowboy killers, Marlboro Reds, and there's 20 packs of cigarettes or 20 cigarettes in a pack, so it's like 20 different ways to kill a cowboy. 20 ways to kill a cowboy. That
What?
one was cool, and then like the one I always wanted to use, but everybody's like, oh, it's not fucking pirate core. It's Walk the Plank.
Dude,
It
should be. You should have came up with that name. All right, we're not. Yeah, we're Pirate Core now. I don't give a fuck.
I got the job done.
You have like sea
Siege.
chanties.
Yeah.
Chanties.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Dead Sea Scroll shanties.
Yeah.
What are some names you came up with, dude?
No, dude, I'm not doing this.
Come on.
I'm vetoing this segment.
I already
Dude,
fuck. I
I
gave.
know you're.
that's the
everyone
hardest-
already went around.
That's the hardest part of the names because it's like it's so cringy. Like especially when like your first bands, you're like fucking 12, 13. Like you're a moron. I think the dumbest things are cool.
The first band, I was the band with Louis. It was RWC. I was like fucking 14, 15 maybe. Like barely playing guitar. And I was like, oh, let's start a band. And they were like 12, 13. RWC, dude, rocking without a cause. See, I told you. My deepest, darkest secret. Give me a man.
Yeah.
Not as bad as eating cold soup.
Bro.
Cold
Nah,
Soup, that sounds like a sad emo band.
No, the worst also was naming a band and thinking you got a fucking sick band name and you're telling everybody your band name and they're like, dude,
What?
this band already exists.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
It's just like
You see like some kid with the shirt on, you're like, God damn it. I knew it. Or writing a sick song and then you're like, oh,
That's
this is
happened.
fucking salt and pepper.
That's happened to me recently.
This is Push It by Salt and Pepper.
I
Just played a lot faster.
I sent this guy a clip. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, check this out. I just wrote this, and he sent me a Finch song back. I'm like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah, the response was just, God damn it.
I don't even like Finch.
Then it was over. So are you you excited for this new project?
Yeah.
Getting back into it?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I felt like for the past few years I've just been consumed with work, and just all day long, waking up at like 3:00 and then getting home at 7. I hated it, and I wanted to get back into something that I can like involve myself with every day or throughout the weekend.
Sorry, my throat's fucking. I've been growling for my kids because we got them dinosaurs. So my throat's all,
So you're parched.
yeah.
You sure it's not from that fucking corn dog you
Keep throwing it.
Shut up. Sorry, continue.
I'm just gonna start following your band on Instagram. I'm gonna live vicariously through you. What's it like still being in a band right now? I want to be in a band so bad.
Yeah, we just sent him
This
over
fucking
Instagram.
guy. Did he just say that?
Yep. He just said
Didn't I spend like hundreds of dollars on gear?
Yep.
My drum set's right there, dude.
We gotta
Where's your
look.
guitar?
Teach me. I got you.
I'll teach you how to play bass.
I want to play guitar.
All right, you can play guitar. I've been wanting to play bass. Like you were talking about your bass story. I'm like, fuck, dude. There's nothing more I want in life than to play bass in a band because it seems
It's
like
fun.
so easy.
Because
It's
yeah,
fun.
you start messing up or you forget the song, you just flip your bass.
Yeah. Yeah, you just flip it around. Yeah.
And everyone's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I completely forgot the song. I don't even know where I am right now.
Yeah.
But everyone's cheering for me.
Yeah,
So if you guys need
this
an
is sweet.
overweight bass player, just hit me up. I have no gear, but I know how to play. It's kinda. It's been months, years.
If your drummer ever quits.
Or package deal, baby. Bass player, drum player.
You don't do you have a bass?
I have no gear.
Again, reiterate.
I'm overweight, out of shape,
I have 3 kids.
3 kids,
And
full-time
a
a
job.
wife,
Oh wow.
a job that doesn't have a steady schedule, but I come with the drummer. So, if you guys
No,
need-
we're in a band. We're in a band.
We're in band.
You want
Check
to
it
join
out,
a band
Patreon.
too?
Huh?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that too, because I know there are going to be a couple of our friends that listen that are going to be very upset about the whole. It's easy because I can play guitar, so bass is no problem. Sorry, guys, that's not the case.
No.
Bass is very hard.
It
It's the most skilled position in a band.
No.
We love you guys. Love you, Whitey. Love you, Omar.
Gil.
If you're listening, Gil. They'll all tell you just flipping your bass when you forget the song is the best part. No, shout out to Whitey though. He is the fucking most militant bass player I've ever played with.
Nice.
If
We
he
gotta
messes up, he's not flipping his bass.
Stopping the song.
He's throwing. If I mess up, he's flipping his bass onto my drum set.
It's the wrong song. It's not how the song goes.
I don't care how the song goes. Damn, this is the Rockstar episode. That's what we're gonna call it.
I mean,
No.
no disrespect to bass players at all, right? I mean, I played bass in a more metalcore band, so there's a lot of chugs and bar chords, so you don't got to do that much. You really don't have to. But if you're playing different style of music, the bass does contribute a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If you love music and you really pay attention to what's going on, then after I did play bass, I did start to appreciate songs a lot more and appreciate the bass lines. Because you start to listen, you're like, oh wow, like they actually have like a really cool bass line in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for me personally, it was just fun to play.
Thinking about it now, I can't play bass in a band because when I was playing guitar in a band, like once we were at practice, that's the only time I picked up my guitar. Like after practice is done, it's put away and it's fucking gone. Like I was just that good, But
Okay.
but I know if like I start playing bass, I'm like, fuck, this is fucking boring. I'm not writing anything.
Writing on your own is a little weird. It's a lot.
Check out this bass like boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom.
I wrote some songs, guys. And you hear the bass player, they're like, "What do you mean?"
I know you
to
guys
follow
write
what
most of
we
them,
do.
not most, all.
All right, this is the last Rockstar reference.
God, I got so many more, dude. I love that movie.
Look, I'm sure you had fun writing your little songs.
I worked my ass off. Did you know so when he walks in for the audition the first time, the singer walking out, that's the singer for Steel Panther?
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Sick.
Really?
Yeah. When he first meets the band for the first time, walking in, and the guy walking out like that, like
Oh.
swinging his hair and shit.
Okay.
That's the singer for Steel Panther.
That must have been before all the lip injections.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
you
gives
know,
him like a dirty look,
facelifts.
huh? When he walks past.
Yeah, kind of like he's the shit. Yeah.
Like he got it in the bag, but
Yeah.
little
all-
did he know fucking Mark Wahlberg.
Had some pipes.
Yeah.
Stand up and shut. For all for the two people listening to this that have seen it, that have seen Rockstar.
Dude, I don't know. You're underplaying that, dude. I think a lot of people.
Dude,
see
I literally will look up the Still Dragon CD in my car and
Dude,
I will
me
jam
too.
that
Yeah.
shit. It's so good.
Doom, 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 dude. Fucking Zach Wild, dude.
We should cover
yeah.
that. That'll be our first song
I'm down.
as a pod band.
I'm down. 100%. 1,000%. I'll learn it tonight. Oh.
We'll call the band 20 Ways to Kill a Cowboy.
Twat.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, dude. That's when I was like getting into like fucking.
He said it. When are you getting in what?
Did I say yeah, dude?
Yeah.
Oh. I feel like I haven't said that in a while.
No, we're just kidding.
I was like, you're really gonna make him.
Like, everybody, stop. He has to eat one now.
You should eat one just for that.
Yeah.
No, keep going. Continue.
That's when I was becoming a MySpace Pro editor and making like fucking moving banners and shit on Photoshop and all that stuff. I had like a big 20 drop down and Ways to Kill Cowboys. Pretty sick.
Do you have that saved?
Might-
Let's make a website.
I think I do. If I could ever figure out my Photo Bucket login again, I think.
Our first show would be with Good Talk.
Dang.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm down. Let's book it now.
Let's book it now.
Fuck yeah. We'll find a pay to play just for all time's sake.
Chain Reaction, that old motorcycle bar in Anaheim.
Yeah. Do you guys do pay to play? Like, no, we haven't done that in years. Can you? Please.
I want to sell 60 tickets.
Yeah, we want to be exploited for nostalgia's sake, please.
I want to sell 60 tickets and like have my grandparents buy two, and
Yeah.
then my neighbor buy one and not show up.
to play at 5 o'clock on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Please. How old are you?
I'm almost 40.
Or
I can buy the tickets outright, but I can still have other people buy them.
when they make it sound good that you're the headliner that night,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, you're the headliner." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm like 15 years old, thinking it's awesome. 9:30 rolls around, there's no one.
Yeah.
I'm like, "What? Where did everyone go? They were here until 8. You know, it's a Wednesday."
Yeah. Or when you were like I remember the first time I heard the term mop up. And it's when you play they say, "Oh, you're playing last." Like, "Oh, fuck yeah, headline." Then the headline band plays and then everyone clears out and then you go on. That's the mop up set. 'Cause the only person there are the people cleaning the fucking venue. Like, God damn it. I thought you said we were headlining.
Yeah.
No, I said we were playing last.
No, I said you played
difference.
after the headlining band. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Playing last and headlining are not the same thing. Just so you know.
Fun times though.
Yeah,
Fun times.
it's great playing in front of 3 people.
Yeah. You sold 60 tickets just to practice.
Yeah.
On a stage, though.
Yeah. On a
Unless
stage.
you go to Hot House and they have like that big room and has a little stage like that big.
Mm-hmm.
The big room for $36. It equals about the same.
Yeah. You feel so cool on that stage.
Yeah.
Little drum riser.
I miss play music. I think even my wife said it the other day. And it's
My
like,
wife.
can't you tell he misses it? Because I was playing the little guitar.
Yeah.
Like I heard her say that. So.
Yeah, we were like fucking around with those little guitars and then you started practicing like in the corner.
Actually practicing,
Yeah.
trying hard.
There's 3 fucking toy strings on it. He was like, fuck, no. And then so he gets like a text message. He looks and just, no. Puts it down. He's like, I got to focus.
You want an ultimate.
But I made it sound
guitar tab.
fucking good.
His tabs printed out.
I have the Ultimate Guitar app on my phone.
Yeah.
Just looking up tabs. What are we at, Hemo?
An hour and 7 minutes
Let's land this bird.
Wait, but that's
on this.
okay. So that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Right.
This one's 120. Or an hour and 20 minutes.
Ooh. I wanted to ask because we're from the SGV 626. Shout out 626.
323.
What was the scene like back then, like in the IE?
So there was a few like known venues. Everyone, especially when you kind of converted over to the hardcore
Showcase
scene. Yeah, Showcase was a good one. Nitty Gritty was a big one. Nitty Gritty was cool because it was a church, and just all of a sudden there was like hundreds of hardcore kids there on Fridays and
I remember
Saturdays.
seeing flyers from the Nitty Gritty.
Yeah, I mean that's where like Stick to Your Guns played a lot. Sleeping Giant played a lot. No Bragging Rights played there a lot. You know what I mean? So that was a cool place because it was you'd see kids from your school that you didn't even really talk to, and then you'd be like,
That's the best.
like you listen to this.
Yeah.
Kids from other schools are like, oh, and then
Sleeper cells.
yeah, like
Just showing up.
yeah, that place was really cool. And I mean, it was literally a church, so a lot of the shows like they didn't have like lighting; they had lights, like there was no venue lights; it was literally lit up, and all the pews were stacked against the side. You know what I mean? But there was literally like ambulances pulling up because you're getting knocked out. I'm sure the call to like you got to show up to the Cucamonga Church. It was kind of weird for them. But I mean that was a good staple, especially in Rancho alone. I mean, it's minutes from my house. It's a good staple. I don't even think they do shows there anymore. I think they stopped doing them a few years ago. But
Such a liability, especially like hardcore shows.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
The fucking pit calls in a church. Let's get these house lights down, and then you turn off the house lights, and all the candles are still on. Oh shit! All the fake.
Did you ever
candles.
play? I forget what the venue's called. I played there once in Ukaipa.
Grandma's in the back praying for you.
I forgot what the Paradigm. I think it was.
Oh no, I never played there. I know what you're talking about though.
Paradigm.
No.
I remember driving out to that. Like, fuck, dude. This is the furthest I've ever gone. I'm on
The
tour.
boonies. Yeah. I mean, main place we played were like Chain. We played in Ventura a lot at this like weird. I don't even know what it was called, but it was like literally like barbed wire around the venue. It was weird. A lot of like thrash metal bands would play there. It was so weird. The stage was literally like 5 inches tall.
The Gasworks.
Who's playing tonight?
Glass House, the Roxy, stuff like that. So the Roxy was my first show I ever played. I was like 15, and that was pretty cool. Like being 15 years old, and I wasn't even allowed to go into the venue where the crowd was. I was literally at the Roxy. The load in is in the back alley, so you literally load straight onto the stage, and I was allowed to go on the stage in the alley, and I had to beg the security guard to let me to go backstage.
Yeah.
Like in backstage is up the staircase, but he let me go back there. He's like, all right, you just can't go like where the bar's at and the crowd. I'm like, okay. Like my parents were there, but I couldn't even go over there. And but the backstage is honestly the coolest
A
part.
lot of people's parents are over there.
Yeah. Yeah. First show moment, So but the backstage is honestly the best part. I mean, you get back there and all these legendary signatures everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm sure if I look at my Facebook, there's a picture of us on the couch back there in the green room. But that's just a cool
Did you
experience.
sign it? Did you sign the wall?
I think there was a sticker there that we put up and
Nice.
some signatures. And then I have a picture. I think I might have it on my phone that our name, If This Is Yesterday, on the marquee. That was kind of cool. Just being young and seeing that.
Yeah.
I'm like, it wasn't the biggest show in the world, but be like playing at like the Roxy was just like, you tell your family, was like, really?
Yeah.
They think you just played like the biggest show ever. There was like, 80 people there in total. So,
Damn, that's still a lot.
Yeah.
but it was cool.
It's so cool, like having your name on a marquee on Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never had my name on a
Pretty
marquee.
fucking sweet.
Yeah. It was cool.
I think it might have been the same situation. I wasn't 21 yet the first time I played the Roxy, and I remember that alley. Omar got us a show. He was in Bloodline Contrusion, I think, and I hadn't met him, but he knew the band, and then I think he talked to Ash, and he got us that show at the Roxy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met him in that fucking alley.
Yeah.
Like just loading up.
Little
You know?
load in alley. Yeah, it's a cool experience.
With the
though.
door open, you can only go in and out through there.
Yeah.
And then I remember I went in to grab the rest of my shit, and then I just kind of snuck away, walked over to the bar.
I mean, I have no idea how the scene is these days, honestly. You know, I've been away for it so long. I mean, you know, we jam together and whatnot, but I don't really know how the scene is anymore at all. You know, when you're in the scene, you know everybody. You know, you guys play together all the time, and you're like, oh, remember that one show we played like 6 months ago, and then you guys all talk or whatever. But now, I mean, I've been away from it so long. I'm like, dude, I know my friends, you know, and that's it. Like, I don't know, like, oh, that band that we played with a while ago, you know, I don't know those people anymore, but I'm sure the scene's a lot different these days. Like you said, social media is probably a big deal, you know, TikTok and whatnot. But we'll see when we get there.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's
You know?
weird. Like I have friends on Facebook and Instagram that I met like once on
Yeah.
tour, and they were just like in some random city.
Yeah.
And they added the band, and then they'll add us individually and stuff, and they're like still there. You know, we're still like liking and commenting
Yeah.
on each other's shit.
Yeah.
It's like, where did I meet this guy? Oh, fucking Albuquerque, on some random house show or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
on tour.
Yeah.
It's yeah. The last thing I played was with Wolves, and the hardcore scene was so like fucking. I love it. It's just like everybody is like so like open and inviting. Like there's no like no pretentious attitudes or anything. Everybody's just fucking chilling.
Yeah. Well, you know what I did see? One of you posted something about playing a show, like a picture. I don't know which one of you was it. One of you guys played like a show, posted like a show you played like years ago. Was it you maybe?
It might have been me.
Like,
Like something
But-
came up on my
Oh,
memory.
Yeah,
okay,
maybe.
so I saw it. You know, I follow you guys on Instagram, and I saw it. And one person I recognized in that picture was the singer. I believe his name is Joe.
Oh yeah, so that was Wolves.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe Calixto.
So I don't like personally know him, but my older brother, his girlfriend, they have a kid together. They invited me to a Stick to Your Gun show that her cousin's band was opening up for, and so we went. She had 2 extra tickets. We bought them, and yes, it's Apperson. And
Sick.
so it was weird because I saw that, and we just saw them, and so my older brother's girlfriend, his cousin's in that band. His cousin's one of the guitar players, I guess, or her cousin's one of the guitar players.
Damn, that's the scene for you right
Yeah,
there.
it was weird.
Everybody's played with everybody else.
Yeah, it was so weird. I saw the picture, and like we had just saw them, you know, a few months ago, and she bought a T-shirt from them, and you know, we met the whole band, and we hung out with everybody in the little smokers alley right there at Chain, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And when you posted the picture, I saw the singer. I was like, definitely know that guy from somewhere. And I clicked on like the guy who it was. And I was like, oh shit, he's from Apperson. I'm like, that's such a small world.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So
Like when I asked you about the bands you've been in and stuff, it's so, I don't know if there's anything else in society where it's like dating. Like when you talk about the bands you've been in, like you're like, yeah, and then, you know, we broke up, and then a couple years later we got back together, but then, you know, like things really didn't work out.
Yeah.
And then like we got serious for a while.
Yeah.
And, you know, we moved in together.
Yeah.
Like it's,
there's drama. You
yeah,
know?
there's drama, but it's like being in a weird fucking relationship with 4 other people.
Yeah.
And it's the way people talk about it too is like, it sounds like you're talking. Oh, who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? It's like, oh, this band I was in. I'm like, oh shit, what?
Yeah.
You playing a band? Is that why you're wearing mascara?
Yeah.
I'm in a band.
But also that whole thing like, oh yeah, he used to be in a band with this guy, and you know, it's like you're talking about fucking like dating within the scene, you know?
Yeah.
It's like dating in high school. You know? It's like everybody's like, oh, she's with him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody dates everybody.
Fucking Nate left, and you said,
Correct, Mabbit.
Got anything else? You want to land this bird?
Let's do it.
Look like you got an important text message there.
No.
Kids okay?
Kids are. I told these guys I'm fucking tired. Well, not tired. I went to bed at like 5 a.m. because I was watching anime last night. So this is my fault. But I'm here. Crushed a monster and a bubbly.
Nice.
Buble.
Buble, whatever.
I'm just kidding. It's bubbly.
You know how long it took me to find this stuff?
Did it really?
Yeah. Because I was looking in the drink aisle. I'm like, where the fuck is this? And then my wife's like, well, it's probably like with all the sparkling water and stuff. I'm like, you're right.
Why wouldn't that be the first place you look?
Because I didn't know what it was.
Oh.
I just said a bubbly.
Yeah, she just said a bubbly. Okay. So we got a mini fridge too. It's just not up here yet. So that's why we have this here. O'Brien's makeshift fucking ice chest.
It's like
Like
we're at a
ghetto ice
hotel.
I don't know if I can call it a ghetto ice chest because this is a mixer from fucking a KitchenAid.
It's an
Yeah,
Shout out
it's,
to
it's, it's like a hotel ice bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I saw. I was like, oh,
Minus the bag.
nice in there.
Yeah, minus the bag. That always sinks.
Minus the bag.
Band
You
name called
band
it.
name- Ah, damn it. Fuck. I didn't say called it.
We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah.
We're just like, we're always finishing each other's.
Sandwiches.
Aw.
Dude, speaking of sandwiches, he's made me 2 tofurkey sandwiches.
Those are actually pretty good.
He's a fucking lying asshole. He posted that video where he was like pretending, tofurkey. He's had 2 full tofurkey
I did eat it
sandwiches.
after, but it was like I was making fun of that
What do you
one
put on it?
person. And he puts
they were
like
just-
day old cheese, so it's like super hard.
Yeah. I make sure I peel the cheese back, right? And then I let it sit outside uncovered so it gets rock hard. And
Just
then
for him?
that's the one I give him. Yeah. It's got like the cracks in it. Yeah.
And then he
Cheese
like
touch.
dunks the bread inside mayo. Like this is the mayo container. Just
Ew.
Yeah, I whip the mayo in this bowl, almost like a French toast. Dip it, and then I just
Yeah, no, it's good.
shrink wrap. The
He's
whole
been
thing.
feeding me tofurkey sandwiches, and they're good.
That's what I eat. They're good.
Yeah, and then I use the thing he shook on it. I use an Otter Pop as my ice pack to keep the mayonnaise cool.
So make sure you go buy a shirt
Please.
because he needs to buy some fucking ice packs.
Please. So he doesn't
Share the
sell
back-
his body.
Sharethebackline.com. There's
Anymore.
merch up. There's merch up. We're coming out with new designs soon, hopefully. Haitlin's been working on some. I've been working on some. Pod
Brian
Prince.
has not.
Yeah, he's just been sitting here.
What an indictment! Wow, the audacity! I have so
Extra
many. I have so many designs here. Look,
Let me see.
no,
Let me
I'm
see.
going to show you again. You
Show
snooze,
me
you
the
lose.
receipts. Show me the receipts.
Snooze, you lose. Well, anyway, if we're landing this bird, Jordan, I want to thank you for coming up.
Yeah.
For making the drive,
Woo.
for having to sit in the car with Caitlin.
With her.
Yeah.
With her very confusing, list of songs she played.
It plays on shuffle.
It was very
So
confusing.
that's honestly what my
Oh, I
friend
want to
is
know.
telling
Okay,
me.
before we land this bird, what was on? What was on?
The Deftones.
Okay,
Nice.
wait, that was like halfway up the mountain.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was when we got in the car.
Yeah, what'd you have to sit
In
through
the
to
car.
get to the Deftones?
Oh no. In the car was Rise Against,
Nice.
and then it.
What was the
switched-
first song we got in? It was rap. I don't know what it was.
Oh, Post Malone. No, yeah, Post
Posty?
Malone.
Posty? That's
Posty?
cool.
Posty.
Post
I
Malone.
respect Posty.
And then it went to Rise Against. And
Strong.
then it went to Deftones, and then it switched to Harry
Solid.
Styles.
Harry
Nice.
Styles.
There we go. Let's get weird.
Like butter.
Was Katy Perry in there, I think?
No, Katy
Okay.
Perry didn't play.
All right, well,
Shocking.
I know
No, I know.
Dance Gavin Dance was in there
Yeah.
towards the end.
Makes sense.
But seriously, all of my music is all over the place.
Yeah.
And I even took some stuff out because if the algorithm gets fucked up. So if I add like Amy Winehouse or even like Frank Sinatra, that's all it plays. So I took it out.
Michael Bublé. Yeah, I was thinking that too because I was working out and he's like, "Oh, I'm 5 minutes away." Like, if anybody hears, I'm like fucking bench pressing to Mazzy Star and shit. like, dude, like people were probably like, "What the fuck are you working out to?"
I was driving up here to the Bluey soundtrack.
Nice.
I posted it, and that was no cap. I was actually listening to the Bluey soundtrack.
Strong.
There's no reason why that fucking guitar solo has to go so hard in that song. The instrumental fucking parade.
They did it for you.
The Bluey instrumental parade. Go check it out on Spotify. It's fucking great. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
did it
Jordan,
for us.
thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Heidi, thank you for chilling in the back. Appreciate it.
Thank you for being our first audience member.
Yeah.
No, but check out Good Talk.
Hopefully, there
Once
Yeah.
we put this, once this podcast drops, while you're listening to it, there will be an Instagram page and a
That's-
logo.
that's
I'm putting all kinds of
That's pressure.
There will
That's
be
pressure.
there will be 3 full-length songs. There will be an Instagram, an X account. What do you even call Twitter now?
Twitter.
They have an X.
I deleted it.
It's Twitter. Go find their threads.
Threads.
Elon Musk is a lizard person.
He's not fighting Mark Zuckerberg anymore either.
Lame.
That would have been cool, to be honest.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope you're having a great morning, great evening, great afternoon.
Yeah, have one of those.
I will see you next week. Peace. Peace.